In 2019, CNN announced 19 best travel destinations in Asia. Vietnam had 2 representatives which reached this list. Unaspiringly, Hanoi, the Vietnamese capital, is considered to be worth visiting by international tourists when coming to Vietnam. Recently, in the list of 12 most attractive Asian cities in the world by Reader's Digest magazine, USA voted Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. According to Reader's Digest, Hanoi is one of the most attractive tourist destinations in Vietnam because this city has many ancient temples and pagodas as well as bustling markets. Visitors go seaside to explore the Old Quarter, visit the Temple of Literature, Quoc Tu Giem, Hoa Lo Prison, explore the romantic beauty of the West Lake, and many other interesting places. When it comes to Hanoi, walking street around Quoc Lake is an indispensable destination to enjoy the beauty of this city. It includes the 16 streets around the Quoc Lake. The streets which surround the Quoc Lake is the oldest in Vietnam, print the repercussion of time over 10 centuries. In particular, there are many ancient temples and houses with architectural ways and decoration which bring the characteristic beauty of Vietnam culture in these areas. Beginning at 6 p.m. on Fridays and stretching into the late hours of Sunday evening, the Hoan Kiem area of the walking street now sees thousands of visitors each weekend. The newfound real estate has been claimed by local street vendors and buskers performing everything from traditional Vietnamese folk music to break dancing and magic tricks. The interesting thing about Hanoi's pedestrian street is that although there are no games or modern technology services, but it is attractive with traditional games of ethnic identity and filled with Vietnamese cultural spirit. The gathering crowd of pedestrians are a mixture of expats, tourists, bar hoppers, weekend warriors, dog walkers, children, teenagers and families. The chaotic Dong Kin Nia Thuc Square can now be walked without fear of oncoming traffic. Instead, the jam of cars has been replaced with balloon merchants and the enticing aromas of street food carts. In front of the Cam 2 self-sacrifice monument, you will find local children and some nostalgic adults playing schoolyard games, such as Tug of War, Double Dutch and Hoan Quan, a traditional Vietnamese board game drawn and played on the pavement where the object of the game is to collect as many rocks as possible from your opponent. Many of the local spectators and players will happily teach you this game if you show an interest. Along the streets in the walking street, we can easily see groups of performers with different styles and types of music. From lively Latin American music to light music, young music, orchestral music, traditional art forms such as XAM singing, amateurs are occasionally caught. The scene of people standing shoulder to shoulder swinging and singing along to the music in a relaxed way in the middle of the street without having to avoid a car is becoming one of the most beautiful images on the streets of Hanoi. Perhaps this is also one of the things that make Hanoi's pedestrian streets so attractive to people. Close to the banks of Hoan Kiem Lake, it is not difficult to get a self-portrait made by painters who set up painters here. The artwork takes only about 20 minutes to half an hour to complete. Besides, if you talk to painters, you can also hear a lot of interesting stories from these very soulful artists. In recent days, the service of taking photos and wedding photos in Hanoi pedestrian street is becoming more and more popular because it not only has beautiful scenery, closely associated with many symbols of Vietnam country people, but also more convenient when the street is now no longer transport vehicles. Around the lake is always crowded, there are many people often take pictures. Since walking the streets, people can be more free and comfortable to save the beautiful moments. If you intend to buy some souvenirs or gifts for tourists, you can walk to Hang Ngong Street, Hang Dao Street, which is also the night market. There are plenty of items that you can choose from, such as clothes, shoes, watches, jewelry, souvenirs. But you should bargain offline because the seller will say a little challenge it. Of course, walking around the Sword Lake is a myriad of sidewalk dishes that you should not miss. You can enjoy the dry cow dumpling familiar to the people of Hanoi. Trang Tien ice cream is famous for its associated childhood memories, or hot rolls, nem and noodles. Food along the road a lot. If go to the streets like Hang Thung or Ta Hien, also do not forget to sit to eat chicken legs salted salt, or to sit and eat beer and fried potato chips. Moreover, many vending machines have been installed along the pedestrian streets. So if you walk tired or thirsty because of hot weather here, you can also buy water in these machines, only from 5,000 bottle. Very convenient, right? Craving for your own exciting experience in Hanoi walking street Vietnam? We bet you are. It's time to book an escapade to the capital of Vietnam with your friends and experience other attractions that this wonderful S-shaped country has to offer.